Hello, Mustang Losers here with Lootcraft here, back with another GTA 5 PvP video. Now, me and Laurel were just cruising around, messing around in some of our vehicles that we haven't used in however long. I was using my Dune FAV, and he was in some Ocelot Jaguar thing. I forgot what it was called. But he decided to go to LSC and customize his car. I think it was going to change the paint job or something. But then he ran into some complications. I'll just say that. There was a player already there, and he was pretty much blocking him all his path. So he parked his car just outside, got out, and he got out of his car and parked it where you just saw that white car, so the other player didn't destroy it. And I picked him up in the FAV, and this is pretty much when the battle started. Now, as the other player's immediate response is to get out his oppressor Mark II. Of course, he brings out the broomstick. So, what is our response to that? Well, you'll see here in a moment.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know. It's on the way. Aight, I'll get back to work.
Our response is, well, of course, the stromberg, as that's the quickest thing we can get to counter an oppressor. We could have also brought out FH-1 hunters, but we are nowhere near an aircraft spawn position, and we don't have oppressor Mark IIs or oppressors. So this is what we bring out, and he just sits a couple blocks away from LSC for whatever reason. My guess is he's probably waiting for one of us to go back in there, or waiting for us to come and attack him. So I park here, trying to figure out what he's gonna do, and as soon as I noticed he moved, or as soon as he noticed I moved, he charged towards me. And that's when this little encounter began. And he starts circling around trying to get both of us at the same time. And this right here is why I like this car. It's a good counter to the broomsticks. And there goes Immortal with that horn of his. Funny. Anyways, Immortal is starting to enjoy using this car too. He's getting tired. We're both getting tired of the broomsticks. Just flying around and, well, doing what broomsticks do. Grief, crush, kill, destroy, you know, the usual. Anyways, back to the battle. He gets on the oppressor Mark II again, and this time he decides to sit still. He managed to hit me once. I fired a missile and missed, and flipped up into the air from his first missile and got him without even looking behind me. I actually didn't know if it locked on. I just took a guess. And to my surprise, the guess was right. This is later on in the session. They flew away momentarily, and we went to a we all ended up meeting back at a business battle. And then we started attacking each other again. The crates ended up in the water. One of them actually managed to pick up the crate from the water while they were on an Oppressor Mark II. And, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly how this one was dropped here. I believe Immortal was carrying that. No. No, one of the Oppressors was carrying that one.
Okay, but only for a minute.
Now, luckily, missiles behave different when they're underwater. Which is why, even though I was moving very slowly and in a pretty straight line, none of his rockets hit me. Because even with the God tier tracking that the Oppressor's rockets have, they apparently suck underwater. Now, I'm not sure what exactly was going on here. My weapons kept switching back to the machine guns. I think it was because whenever I went into the water, it would switch back to default or something. I don't know. But I couldn't fire any of my rockets during that short little battle there. Well, I fired one, but after that it wouldn't let me fire anymore. Which is why, if you pay attention after firing the first rocket, you'll hear my machine guns firing when I try to fire another rocket. And my car got destroyed there. I dropped the crate. I call my insurance and get the car repaired. I get my weapons ready, just in case he decides to fly back over here. While I'm waiting on my car spawns in. Now, for some reason, instead of... Oh wait, he's on the Oppressor Mark II, he jumped off. I forgot he jumped off there. That was a lucky shot. That was pretty much a blind shot. I couldn't see him. All I saw was his player name. Another player from earlier. We didn't really have any problems with him. He was riding his motorcycle and ended up cutting in front of me, and I ran him over. But we didn't really exchange anything. No kills aside from me accidentally running him over. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing here. I think he was just watching our battle. Now, unfortunately, the guy that we were attacking, or that we were having problems with earlier, he managed to deliver one of the crates, and the other guy also delivered one of the crates, and for some reason, I guess they were friends or something, because they decided to join up after these crates were delivered. Smoke trails just give away your position using an Oppressor Mark II. Indestructible bush is indestructible. This is not a good area to be in with a Stormberg. Why I can't turn around and I keep getting stuck on the sand on the sides. And unfortunately, because of that, they ended up getting me again. I was actually surprised they tried something a little different this time. Instead of using an oppressor with rockets, they decided to use one with explosive MGs. They are learning, I guess. I don't know.
This is Morse Mutual Insurance? Sure.
I was actually surprised he stayed there as long as he did. Normally they would boost away or fly away so I can't shoot them. That actually happens frequently with these players. They make the mistake of sitting still long enough for us to shoot them off their bikes. And like I said earlier, smoke just gives away your position. As you saw there, the smoke didn't really mess up the missiles at all. Now, it is possible the way he was moving could have slowed down the missiles, because if you notice, he was moving up and down like he was trying to do a speed glitch. That could mess up the tracking a little bit, but other than that, it's better to have chaff on your vehicles. Because smoke gives away your position. Flares distracts one or two rockets and then fail. There's a 2-second gap for the enemy to lock onto you. Now if you pay attention here, you'll notice that they are adapting and trying different strategies. You'll notice that they have started landing on the roof, which is smart. They got off of their bikes so I couldn't lock onto them, and now we have to try something different. Or we have to... There are two things we could do here. We can get out of our vehicles and fire back on foot, which gives them an opportunity to hop on their broomsticks again, fly down, blow us up, and fly somewhere else. At the same time, it gives us an opportunity to pull out an MG, a assault rifle, or whatever else, and shoot them. Or we could have stayed in our vehicles, which right now that's what we're doing, and wait for them to follow us. Basically baiting them to come off of the roof and fly towards us. That's the first time I've seen one of them do that during the session. Surprisingly enough, they aren't blowing themselves up or EWOing every time they get shot at. I will give them that. They aren't as try-hardy as most players we've encountered. Calling on my Avenger so I can repair my Stromberg and get rid of the LSPD. Now, luckily, they didn't come after the Avenger. But they did come after me after I came out of the Avenger, and they ended up blowing up my car. And then they start spawn killing me. Whenever I spawn in, they fly over to me, and they fire a rocket at me, and then fly away. So, I activated Ghost Organization, blew myself up. Even though they were nowhere near me, I will admit that was a bit of a try-hardy move on my part. I don't personally like doing stuff like that, but it was better than continuously being spawn killed. And then I just act like a regular NPC. Figured I'd mess with them here a little bit. And I think one of them might have noticed me. I'm pretty sure he did notice me, but wasn't sure. That was a mistake on his part, just flying down directly in front of me. And then I spawned back in here, and one of them ended up sniping me while I wasn't looking at him. So I snipe him back as he's fighting the cops. Trying to call on my car here. Yes, I know I keep hovering over EWO. I don't want to do that. But if I get caught in a spawn trap again, I'd rather not get caught in a spawn trap. Because what they were doing is they would pay attention, they would watch the radar. They would fly over to me, blow me up, and then fly over to where I spawn in and blow me up again. Because it was on the beach, it was very easy to get a clear shot on me. Wrong place, wrong time, cop. If I didn't lock onto that cop, I would have destroyed his bike, which was preferable in this situation. Yeah, it would have been preferable that I locked onto his bike, or blew up his bike instead of locking onto the police, but I forgot I had the homing missiles on instead of the instead of having the homing turned off. Now, what he did right there, that was actually a smart move. He placed down 5 sticky bombs, which it only takes 5 explosives to destroy this car. And he waited for me to try and run him over again. But unfortunately for him, an NPC got in my way. I didn't realize until after editing the video that the NPC actually saved me. Or so I thought. They just delayed what was happening. And at this point, there were multiple cops in the area, and I kept locking onto them instead of the other player. Which is always fun when that happens. Again, with the sitting still and letting me kill you. How his bike disappeared that quickly, I don't know. RPGs it is. Now, I don't know what's going on with the smoke there. I think there's a little bit of a lag, because if you pay attention to the smoke, it keeps moving. Like it was like glitching side to side. Seems to be a frequent thing with GTA. The lag, the black screen of death. A bunch of other stuff. Oh cool, a sniper duel. And explosive sniper. Back to the rooftop versus ground battle. This guy already used an RPG on me as his first choice of weapon when he got on the ground, so I'm gonna use a rocket launcher on him. Fight fire with fire. Back on the same rooftop. Kill me! Kill that! Stocking up on ammo real quickly. Now, I would let you know this. It's not a good idea to stock up on any kind of ammo during a mission. I've had a bad experience with checkpoints removing the ammo that I just bought. It's happened to me before in a video that I've posted. And, it's happened a few other times where I wasn't recording. And he actually used something other than an RPG aside from there. So if he's going to use RPGs still, so be it. And 2v1, wasn't paying attention to my radar, that was my bad. And that's what they were doing to me on the beach, but on the beach he had a better shot at me. Both of them. Okay, that was a lot of ammo that you just took directly to your face. That was nowhere near the same amount of ammo, and you just... Rockstar Logic connection, I guess, I don't know. BST maybe? At this point, it's getting kind of late, and Immortal had to work the next day, so he picked me up, and we started to drive away. And they send me an invite to their MC, and other than that, nothing really interesting happens after this point. They fly away, do their own thing. We drive away, do our own thing for
This is Morse Mutual Insurance.
20 more minutes or so, and then we got offline. So with all that said, done, and out of the way, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day, and goodbye.